priceless or whatever, you can take this car and you can have a lot of fun with this, especially with that top back. Now,
I know you can't see this. See, this is lit.
Yes.
It says Mustang. It's lit.
Gorgeous.
And it stays lit for 15 seconds after you get in.
And we've got, I mean, everything from even just the handle grips. You can't see on the inside, but even the handle grips are lit up with the blue. And you said you can change the colors on that?
Sure can.
That is absolutely neat. Now, you can't see Natalie over here. She's offset, but she's just sitting over there drooling over this thing. She loves this car, especially with the top down. Now, maybe here in a minute or two, you can run over here and try to sit in it if you want. But you know what? This thing is just, whoever gets this, Richard, I mean, it could go for anywhere between the asking price, of course, of like $42,000, all the way down to whatever, of course, the scratch auction ends at, which could be anywhere $10,000, $100. I mean, regardless, if you love Mustangs and you're in the market for one, regardless, I mean, anything below the asking price is going to be a deal.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I didn't really know what you guys were doing and how it worked, and then I got on your website and I started doing some research, and I said, holy moly.
Yeah.
You could get this car, which is a $42,000 car.
Yes.
Like you said, for $15,000, $10,000,
Yeah.
it's conceivable. It is possible.
Pennies on the dollar. That is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Oh, also another thing we can do, and a lot of people out there that are just joining us might not know this. We can finance you for this car if you do win it on the scratch auctions. You know, if you get that 15-second window after you've made your bids and you scratch that price off and you want that, you know, you don't have to come up with that cash right on hand. You don't have to walk in here with a briefcase full of money. We can definitely finance you through Dick Campagni's Capital Ford.
Right. There's a link right there on your website.
Yes.
You just click on that rascal. Next thing you know, you're putting in all that information that you need to get credit.
And you're hanging out in an office down in Carson City with Rich here.
And you're good to go. It's really easy. I mean, you're approved. All you have to do is let us know what time you're going to pick up the car, and we'll have it looking this good for you when you get down there.
That's right, man. This thing is just wow. Yeah. Well, you know, what would be nice is if this thing right here did come with a couple chicks, like you said in the back, Dominic. He's trying to be funny, but you know what? This right here is one of the best cars of 2010, and one of the best cars in years, in my opinion, just because of how many cool features that have been actually added to the car for this limited edition. Now, what would you say are the exact best features as far as the new features that have come along since 2009 on the car?
I'll tell you something that you won't believe.
What's that?
5-star rollover rating. The
Really?
National Highway Safety
Wow.
Institute.
That means this thing is strong.
A convertible.
Wow.
A lot of people say, oh, a convertible, it's not safe, it will roll over. 5-star. It doesn't get any better than that.
See, I expected that out of a Saline or something because it has that big bar that goes across the middle, or, you know, like that.
This vehicle is safe.
Wow, 5-star.
The brakes are awesome. The acceleration we already know about. But there's so many different things that keep this car absolutely safe. Crumple zones, you know, like just about every car nowadays has a crumple zone, so it absorbs impact. You already talked about the high-performance tires that can take high speeds, and the side impact. There's a beam in here in the door that you know, protects you in side impact. So it's a safe car.
I can see, you know what? I can attest to that. I know Ford is one of the best of those side impacts because I was actually in an accident in a Ford one time, and that side beam bar saved my life in a Thunderbird. I know exactly what you're talking about when it comes to the safety on these things. One other thing though that's super cool I thought about this is for the power that this car has, it gets 25 miles to the gallon.
Yeah, 24.
24.
24.
Wow.
24 miles a gallon.
That's like a mom's econo van or something. I mean,
and people, I sold one to a guy once, and he called me back a couple weeks later. He said, Richard, you didn't tell me you sold me an economy car.
Yeah.
He was getting 24 miles a gallon.
That's
and
cool.
he couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
And for 315 horsepower, this Mustang doesn't need much hay.
No, it
Just
doesn't.
a little bit of hay.
And this is an 8-cylinder, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, 8-cylinder. So I mean, you've got the whole package. And as I said, I can't reiterate this enough. This is not at all bottom of the line. This is the top of the line when it comes to Ford right now. I mean, this is brand spanking new, 2010. And with all these features, there's no reason at all that you shouldn't have one. And go ahead and utilize that scratch auction. Now, we talked last week. I can't exactly remember. I think you said 5 seconds from 0 to 60. Is that correct?
That's right. It would take you about 5 seconds to do that auction thing on the website. By the time you get done, you'll be at 60 miles an hour.
That is insane. This is, I mean, this is just a classic car. I'm actually jealous of whoever's going to get this. Feel free to come by and
Yeah, I know,
ride
it's
at
tough.
any time.
They have that little disclaimer, you and I can't bid for this car.
No, we can't.
No, we can't. I
can't.
mean, I'd love to do it.
But hey, we talked last week. I might just come down there to Capitol Ford and hang out with you guys and check, because I told Natalie last week I would love to have a black one of these.
Come on down. I'll let you drive whatever we have on the lot.
Yeah.
You know.
And these are the people you're going to be dealing with too. You know, I mean, you know, you're not going to be just here with us. We're going to be dealing with Dick Campagni's Capitol Ford in Carson City, which is, you know, obviously one of our sponsors in this. And this is, you know, this car obviously comes from your lot. This is not something that, you know, that you pre-ordered to come out. You have these down there right now.
I saw it go away. The general manager got in this very car, and I was in the showroom going,
where's it going?
and then he came back and he introduced me to this whole, you know, operation here, and I said, wow, what a neat idea. So I went home and fired up the computer.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Checked out crazybidnow.com.
I checked it out.
Why not?
And I couldn't believe that something this nice is available. It's just unbelievable.
Well, we've got other stuff coming on the scratch auctions too, but make sure you familiarize yourself with the website. That's the best thing to do. We have the 3 easy steps at the top. Maybe even the bid butler could keep putting some bids on for this. You know, that's a cool thing as well. But regardless, I want to say thank you, Richard, for coming out here today and telling us about this beautiful specimen of a car.
I love talking about Mustangs, Jay. All day long I can talk about Mustangs.
Well, we're going to have to definitely have you back again.
Well, if I'm available, I'll come back. That's
Okay,
for sure.
well, sir, thank you very much for coming with us. And make sure whatever you do, you stick around on crazybidnow.com, the World Wide Web. We're going to be right back, me and Natalie here in just a